The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Sean.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. Happy Monday. It is February 13th. The year is 2023, and it's 5:32 right now, Steph.
And I feel like today is kind of that one where a lot of people will be like, I'm sick. I ate too much yesterday from the Super Bowl. And a lot of folks are going to call in sick. And I know that there's sometimes a debate about whether or not they should just make this day a holiday.
Yeah.
Like optional work day.
Absolutely.
But I had my big feast on Friday.
Oh, okay. For the Super Bowl?
Okay, so I was never planning on watching the Super Bowl, but I did get an email from the New York Times food section that was things that you could make for the Super Bowl. And there was this beautiful picture of nachos with this delicious looking guacamole. And then it said, and perhaps you'll put your chili simmering on the stove Saturday night for the preparation of Sunday. So don't I leave work Friday at 11:30. I go straight to the grocery store, bought stuff for guacamole, bought stuff for chili.
Yes.
And by 1:30, I had eaten the size of myself in guacamole and the chili was simmering on the stove. It's like, okay, power of suggestion. Guess I don't have to make this on Sunday for the game I wasn't going to watch.
You ate and made all your snacks on Friday.
I did. It was delicious, Sean. And you know what? I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. I don't feel like I ate too much yesterday.
All right, well, I got to carry the show because I feel a little sluggish and sleepy over here.
5 a.m. confessions.
So this doesn't leave not only your ears, but everyone who's listening right now. We're in a special club in the 5 a.m. hour, okay?
All right, I can't wait.
Yeah, just something embarrassing to share. As I get older, my ears, they get crustier, they get hairier. And on Friday, when I was in the bathroom, I realized just a little ear crust was trying to escape my ear, but my hairy ears were keeping it in. And so I just had a chunk of ear crust in limber, just hanging in my ear. I was like, wow, I've been at work for 7 hours. How long has this just been hanging out here?
Okay. Now, is it in the folds of the outside of your ear, or are you saying there was just a piece of ear wax, but you're trying to call it crust?
No, it wasn't wax because it was like dead skin.
Oh.
And it was just right over, what is this little loby part? Is that a lobe? This little thing that hangs out?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was kind of stuck in between, there's just hair that just hangs out around there. And it was like a spider web and it was just hanging. I was
oh my gosh.
Anyways, good morning. Hope you have a happy Monday. Check your ear crust.
Yeah, I think I could have done without this confession. I thought it was going to be much juicier and much less gross.
Usually gross. The big football game was last night. Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. Chiefs won their second Super Bowl in 4 years. But one of the main things to go down was the halftime show, Steph. And oh my goodness, Rihanna crushed it.
Oh, yeah. Who cares who won the big game? Rihanna won the game. Oh, my goodness. She's amazing.
13 minutes. It was around 13 minutes long. No special guest. She revealed that she's pregnant. Right off the bat of it, she had this wonderful red outfit on. There was stages everywhere, and you could just tell that she was pregnant, and it was fantastic, all by herself.
I couldn't believe the visuals as well of just her being suspended in the air on this dance platform and all of the dancers around her on other platforms. It was very beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, and so cool to watch.
Yeah, we also learned that she's not afraid of heights either because she was getting hoisted hundreds of feet in the air, I would assume. It looked like she was very high up there.
It did, and I was amazed that I didn't see any wires connecting her to make sure if she did decide to dance off the corner of it that she wasn't going to just fall to her death. But even the dancers as well. I saw the suspending corners on the platforms, but I did not see anything suspending from her back harness or anything like that.
Yeah. And she opened with Better Have My Money, classic song. And I think the symbolism of it all is the Super Bowl doesn't really pay performers. to do it. It's like publicity, which is like just garbage from the NFL, which is like making billions of dollars every year. So I think that was funny to kind of have that as like the first song. And then she closed with Diamonds as well. The second last song was Umbrella, and I thought that was going to be the end.
I thought it was going to be the end too. I thought she was going to be like, this is the song that kind of started it all. It's, probably 15 years ago that it came out. But no, she just gave us another hit at the end to eat 13 minutes, no special guests, nonstop singing from her. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I was surprised Ponda Replay didn't play. I thought that was one. I think SOS. Like, you slowly realize how many hits she has. I went on Spotify after and I was just like, I was going through. I added 18 songs, which are absolute bangers, to like a playlist. And I was like, wow, 18. And there's more.
Totally. Because she didn't even play Disturbia either, which
That's
was
right.
what I thought she was going to open with.
Man,
just nuts.
It's absolutely incredible. So if you want to watch the full 13 minutes, it's over on our Facebook if you need to relive it like we did.
Sean, I feel like I must have clicked on something unsavory that I didn't mean to. I'm not sure. I don't remember it, but Facebook is advertising the weirdest stuff to me now.
I love these. I love when it tries to predict what you're into. What are you into lately?
Apparently, silicone women's feet next to an ad for Frank's Red Hot Sauce. So
What's the silicone feet thing?
Like, I think
Like
it's like
boots?
no, they're like women's feet molded. Like, I think they're like a foot fetish thing that you would order to enjoy, and perhaps you might want to
pour hot sauce on it?
hot sauce. I
Wait,
don't know,
were these
Sean.
together? Was hot sauce and silicone feet together?
They were next to each other. Like, it was
separate
like,
ads.
people who bought this also bought this. It was like, are you sure that this is what I'm interested in? 'Cause
Well, do you have something to tell us?
I don't. I have nothing to tell you.
Because
Zero things.
I know that you and your husband share Facebook sometimes. Does your husband have something to tell us?
He has nothing to tell us,
Okay.
Sean. There is no secrets here. This is a Facebook ad gone rogue.
This is a safe space here. It's okay. All right. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I'm going to say is if you're into that, it's cool, but it's not for me, and it's Facebook's fault, not mine.
Big football game over the weekend. Steph, I gave you 5 bets that you hypothetically made on Friday. It was just because there's so many different things that you can sports bet on when it comes to like the football game.
And you did a really good job of explaining the things that I was hypothetically betting on. I think I kind of understood what I could win money for if I was correct.
Right, because we steered away from the actual football and we just bet on like the weird props on the side that you can bet on. So the first one was the coin toss outcome. You went with tails, and do you know how you did?
No?
Yeah, you won.
Hey,
So
look at me.
let's say you did a $10 bet for everything. So
Okay.
you bet $10, you returned like $9.60 there. So you're up a good bit already.
All right. $9.60.
The next one, will an extra point or field goal hit one of the poles? Now this was like kind of an easy bet, but it happened. A kicker hit the pole on a field goal.
That's amazing because I think I said those poles are too skinny and it was a no.
Yeah, so now you're down $10.
Oh.
And you're at, what are you at? You're at 38 cents. You're minus 38 cents right now, okay?
Okay.
And so you're in the red. Color of Gatorade was the next one. You picked orange. It ended up being purple. Yeah, a lot of people I think lost. I think purple was like the least amount bet pretty much because it was like it didn't have great odds type of thing.
Yeah, for sure. Who makes purple Gatorade?
Yeah,
Like
so-
orange is the color.
You're down $10.38.
Ouch. Okay.
The national anthem. I was surprised by this one. So they set a time of 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and they said, do you think it's going to be under that time or over that time? You went with over, but it ended up being 2 minutes and 1 second.
Wow.
Chris Stapleton.
Do you think that he was aware of the bet and was just like, let me see if I can get all these under people? Like maybe he like cut out a few extra "Oohs" on the Rockets red glue.
Yeah, because he does sing pretty slow, but he also doesn't hold notes long. Slow singer, but also doesn't hold notes long.
Okay.
And so I would have gone the over with you if I did bet on it, which I didn't, because it wasn't available to me hypothetically. And finally, we did the halftime show, first song, and I gave you a couple ones. Disturbia or Don't Stop the Music is the two that you went with.
Yeah.
And Better Have My Money was the one that she went with.
I didn't even remember that Rihanna sang that song.
Yeah, so pretty incredible. I think a lot of people lost on that one as well. But if you hypothetically bet, you would have been down about $30.
Ouch. Okay, that's a good thing I didn't bet.
Yeah. I've been in the online dating world for a hot second over here, Steph. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to realize as like matches roll in over the different types of apps and everything, I kind of see that I have a little bit of a type when it comes to people that I'm interested in.
Ooh, explain her to me. What she look like?
Yeah, so it's interesting. Usually some people are into maybe someone who's passionate about their career, or maybe they're looking for someone who's funny that can make them laugh, or maybe it's more physical. Maybe you're into like blondes, this, that, or the other, right?
Yeah.
Want to know what my type is?
Yes.
They have a dog.
Oh.
It is, I swear to God, like I look at all my matches and it's just like dog. I'm like, wow, am I interested in women or am I interested in people who have a dog?
Yeah, I feel like
Or
the
both.
latter.
It could be both.
It could be, but what are your dates look like? Are you like, can you bring your dog? Yes?
We
Is
go
that
for
a
dog
yes?
walk. Yeah, we go for, well, because why? I don't want them to leave their dog at home. I'm thinking of like the dog that they also love. I also love the dog too, but like I'm thinking, so I don't want them to leave their dog at home, and then we can progress from there.
Okay, so what happens? You're like, dog in the profile picture, perfect. Definitely going to swipe right on this. Then you open up the messages and you're like, hey, what's your dog's name? Is that what happens? That's what happens?
I say it more creative than that.
You say, wow, what a good boy in your profile photo. What's his name?
Yeah, I ask them, like, does the dog have any allergies? What kind of treats can I buy for it?
What dog park is their favorite? Can we go together?
Essentially, yeah. Well, because I'm interested in the person, but also the dog just happens, because all dogs are good dogs. And so that just happens to just be a plus from there on.
I don't think you're interested in the person first. I think you're interested in the dog first, and the person happens to be a plus from there on.
No, maybe.
Maybe. Actually, in all seriousness.
Plead the fifth.
When I have a mouth injury, I know that I become a bit insufferable, where I cannot think of anything else and therefore can't talk about anything else except like, oh, I bit my cheek. Oh, my cheek hurts. Ouch, ouch,
I don't think you're alone in that. I think any injury or anything off about your mouth, whether it's teeth, tongue, gums, lips, you are forever, 24 hours a day, just thinking about that mouth injury.
Thank you. I'm glad that I'm not alone, but I may have found a new thing that I'm also insufferable about when I get injured.
Okay.
Yesterday, I was putting some Pyrex dishes away, and there was about 6 on top of the one that was going on the bottom, and I pinched my finger in between the two.
That's not that bad.
You don't think, but it hurt so bad. I was in the kitchen. I was trying not to make a scene. My husband was in the back of the house, and I was like,
You trying not to make a scene?
I was trying to be quiet. I was saying ow, but quietly, but also breathing really heavily and ow.
Oh my goodness.
And then the day went on and I couldn't stop thinking about it, of course, because I had been injured. And so my finger, it hurts.
Stop
My
it.
finger.
Make sure that your husband around, and then you're like, ooh, my finger.
He's really nice to me, you know. He offered to get me ice, get me a bag of peas. Like, he's a good guy. Sounds like he's nicer than you.
Yeah, that's probably why he married you.
Probably. But I think it was worse than the mouth injury.
No.
It's still hurting today, Sean. You're lucky this is the first you're hearing about my finger injury.
And I'm glad. I'm very glad.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.